Okay. Looks like I'm live. Let's make sure everything is working. Let me know in the comments with a emoji. If you hear a bunch of noise in the background, it's because we're building Kat's new bed. Well, I'm not doing it, but Jess and Kat are building Kat's new bed. It's an IKEA bed. And so there's going to be some noise because it's Sunday, and in our house on Sunday there is shit that happens, and I don't know what I did with the chat. There it is. I found it. Okay. I've got too many windows open on my computer, and not enough of them are helpful to me. There we go. Hi, everybody. So yes, please let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Throw some emojis. When I started my Patreon live this week, I forgot to turn the microphone on for the first 5 minutes and didn't realize it till somebody let me know they couldn't hear me. Oh, good. You can hear me. Awesome. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is what my pen-only week wound up looking like with the colorful pens. I wound up going to IKEA on Wednesday morning because just that they had the stuff I needed in stock. And then on Friday morning, instead, I did grocery shopping. I decided instead of ordering groceries, I went to Costco. These things that we do, right? But anyway, so I'm happy with that. I didn't really use this spread at all this last week, mostly because I have been anytime I'm not doing errands or whatever, I have been working on the book because my deadline is the end of this month. So that's probably going to continue for this next week. So it's time to get started on a new week. And this week it's going to be done with pen only, but with highlighters. Where the hell did I put my pen? I guess, is this, hold on. I want to use a newer one. I don't know what I did with the newer one, so let me grab one. Hold, please. Okay, here we go. So I'm still going to keep using this Finito Pentel extra fine porous point pen. It's just the fine liner I've been enjoying the most. And I don't have any lights on. That's why it's so dim, because it's balls hot, but we want the windows open because we actually have nice air today, so fresh air is important. Yeah. Catherine, I have that. We use it for our Alex drawers. I don't know if you're using it for spices or for washi, but we use it for spices, and it's amazing. Just make sure to check before you go in, the morning of, that it is in stock, because there was so much shit that was out of stock at my IKEA. They had everything I wanted, but it was because I looked ahead of time to make sure it was there. Anyway, so what I think I'm going to do is pick out a color scheme. I don't know why I'm even pulling all these out, but I think I want to pick out a color scheme, and I kind of want to pick it to go with the natural colors of the planner. So I'm thinking this blue-green would be nice, and the light blue will be nice. Maybe the teal, and maybe the smoke blue, not the dark blue. This dark blue or the smoke blue? Which one do I want? Let's see here. Let's test. This is the dark blue, which is, I think, maybe what I want. And then this is the smoke blue. Teal. Lighter. Blue. I don't want that light blue at all. I'm going to go with the blue-green, the teal, and maybe instead of the blue, green, teal, and gray. Yeah, those are the colors I'm going to go for. The blue, green, the teal, and the gray. Do you think that the Mildliners are your overall favorite for highlighters? In terms of the highlighters I use the most, yes. But I will be doing a highlighter. I've actually got some more highlighters coming my way this week, and I'll be doing some more highlighter reviews this next month. And then I'll be doing a Thunderdome where I test them all against each other. Right now, the Mildliners are my most used ones, but it might be in part because I've had them for long enough where I'm very familiar with them, and so that makes them my favorites, as opposed to there might be, I love the Sharpie creative ones, but I'm more familiar with these guys. Does that make sense? So, I don't know. Currently, they are my most used highlighters. Whether they're my favorite or not, I'm not really sure. I think the dark blue is a gorgeous one, but I want to go with these like lighter colors. And if you guys don't know, teal and like the blue greeny kind of land is one of my favorite places. What happened? Jessica asked, how are you doing, Cindy? I am doing okay. I am not as sad as I was on, I mean, I am still sad, but I had a good cry on Friday after finding out about Justice Ginsburg. And then, I've been busy with other things this weekend, but like physically I am still feeling pretty crappy and my allergies are really bad right now on top of everything else. So it's the life of being me. All right. Oh, yay. I'm glad I helped you with your perfect planner. Okay. So tomorrow is the 21st. That's another thing that's going to be happening this week. Tomorrow is the anniversary of my dad passing away. So, there is that. So tomorrow will be 19 years. They're trying to move Kat's old bed out. I'm hoping they don't jack up my walls or my laminate floors. I am mildly skeptical of how this is going to go. We shall see. I don't want them to hear that. I don't want them to feel like I am creeping on them right now. On less sad news, though, yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of my sister getting her kidney transplant from her husband. And she is doing great, aside from the fact that she's cooped up because of COVID and being immunocompromised and all the smoke up in Oregon, because that's where she lives. But she is, the transplant is doing well. My sister is doing well. My brother-in-law, who gave her the kidney, is doing well. So 2 years later, man, living donor city.
What city is that?
Move to Living Donor City so I can get a kidney. Take me down to Living Donor City where the kidneys are great and the surgery is shitty. Oh, oh, let me please get a kidney. Oh, yeah. Whoo! Yeah, you guys, a lot of you have been around since then. Yeah, it's a hard week, ma'am.
The look on Loki's face.
Oh, my God. Out he comes, sliding the bed. Here, wait, I'll give you guys a quick look. Me. Well, there it is. Moving the bed. Okay. Shit, now my camera's all jacked up. Why do I make these choices?
For the fans.
For the fans. The fans of you, Jesse. There we go. I feel like this is all crooked now. Ah, whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay. There's my AirPods. Move those out of the way. What is a good pen for lefties? I did a Thunderdome with gel pens and with I think I did a Fineliners ones. And my 16-year-old joins in, who's a lefty. But I know Kat's favorite pen right now is the Inkjoy gel pen in the 0.5 tip. The 0.7 tip is the one they sell in most stores, so we order the 0.5 tip from Amazon. But that's the one that Kat loves the most. Am I working on living donor stuff? I am. I have a few people that are being tested, but if anybody is interested in giving me a kidney and you have type O blood, you let me know. All right. All right. So first thing I want to do is I want to put in for my priorities, and then I want to put in for my blood pressure. I also want to put in, because the kids are here this week, our school schedule is changing slightly because RJ is moving one of his classes on certain days to the afternoon cohort because he's in band and he's a trumpet, and all of the other trumpets are in the afternoon cohort. So RJ is moving then. They're supposedly potentially going back to school for 2 days a week for half a day sometime late next month. Supposedly, we don't know for sure yet. I don't know how that's going to work with RJ being in the afternoon cohort because that would... Is everything okay?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. No hospitals?
What?
Not going to the hospital?
Nope.
Woohoo!
Not
Okay.
right now, anyway.
All right. Anyway, yeah, so we don't know. We're not sure yet. But in the meantime, Tuesdays and Thursdays school is going to... No, wait, that's not right. Tuesdays and Fridays. Yes, Tuesdays and Fridays school's going to go later. For RJ, at least. So I need to make sure to put that in here. So I'm going to use the gray for that. Kidney stuff is not fun. I will tell you right now. Yeah, not kitty bed. It's Cat's bed, though, that we're changing out. Cat had this old, like, what is it called? Captain's bed, I think somebody in my patron chat just called it. It's one of those beds that has the headboard and then has the drawers underneath it. But we swapped it out for a different IKEA, like, twin frame that's got a headboard and a footboard. It's just going to match the rest of Cat's room better, and Cat actually gives a shit about that, so we wanted to change that. And they weren't really using the drawers in it anymore. They were just a catch-all for a bunch of garbo. So it felt like it was about time to do the swappity swap. You have 3 classes. Yeah, there's a lot of... The hybrid learning thing is... And so the way our school district is doing it is that they're going... Originally, they were going to have... So for the elementary schools, they're going to have separate classes for people who are distance learning and people who are in-class learning. But for the high school and the middle schools, what they're doing is they're going to be simultaneously broadcasting from their classrooms at the same time that they are, so there will be some kids in the classroom and there will be some kids at home on the computers, but they'll all be in the same class. And it'll still be cohorts. So some kids will be on the computers in the mornings with the morning cohort, and some kids will be on the computers in the evenings with the evening cohort. So, you okay? Well, you can't wash all of it at once. Is that...
I know.
Is that your weighted blanket?
No, it's only the duvet cover.
I was going to say. Yeah, so you want to wash your sheets and the duvet cover together probably, and then any blankets separately.
Okay.
All right? Have Jesse help you separate that stuff into reasonable loads for the washing machine. No, don't. Well, yeah, okay.
I need you to get the toaster.
Yeah, we don't want to let flies in the house. All right, back to... Sorry, distracted. Okay, so that means school starts... Technically, it starts at 8:10 now instead of 8, but I'm just going to put it as 8 because that makes more sense here. And then the way it's going to work is that it ends at 11 on... Wait. 1 on Fridays. 11 on Thursdays. And then 11:30 on Wednesdays, because on Wednesdays they attend all 6 classes for shorter periods. There is no afternoon and morning cohort on Wednesdays. There is just morning cohort because then the teachers have the afternoon for prep time. This change got made last week. There's a lot. Like, it's a lot to figure out. And then Tuesdays is till 1. And then Mondays till 11. All right. Okay. That's school. I am so confused. I don't know if you guys are confused. You're probably confused. But I am school. There is our school week. Whatever. Okay. Oh, what happened? Amy, your brother passed away. We're waiting for a liver. And oh, I'm so sorry, Amy. That's such a bummer. I mean, I know saying such a bummer is kind of like a really generalizing way, but yeah. Okay, so there's the school schedule for the week. a little confusing, but that's okay. So then, thankfully, I just have to make sure the kids are awake and then check on them. They go into Clever, and like Cat starts on Tuesdays. Cat starts at 8:10, but RJ starts a little bit later. But then Cat's done at 11, and RJ is done later. So. All right, now, where are we at? So, the other thing I want to do is put my weather in right here. It's going to get hot next weekend. I looked at the weather already, and I'm like, bleh. Ooh, those are highlighters probably. Hell yeah. These weren't supposed to be delivered till tomorrow. So I'll just show you guys what I just got so you can see. I'm not going to test them right now, so don't even ask. These Sharpie liquid highlighters. Statler Text Surfer highlighters. Statler highlighter pens. And friction highlighters. But I cannot do a highlighter situation without testing frictions as well because people like them, even if I think I don't like erasable pens, but other people do, and I cannot be, that's a janky little cloud, I cannot be discriminatory towards erasable pens, even if I hate them. All my clouds are also dorky looking. These are the nerdiest clouds. That one is terrible. Whatever. I don't care. Okay. Yeah. Well, our schedule's a little bit weirder because RJ is bouncing to the other cohort for band. That's why our schedule's a little weird. It would all be done at 11 every day except for Wednesdays when it's done at 11:30 if it wasn't for RJ having to go to the afternoon group for one of his classes. So there is that. Our school district is also offering childcare. They've offered a couple different campuses where they'll be able to do their learning during the day. It's like they had to, you had to sign up for it, and it was prioritized for like frontline essential workers first, as far as I know. Like, we're not using it because Jesse and I are both working from home. I mean, I always work from home, but Jesse is working from home as well. And then Russell and Amanda don't work from home, but Kat and RJ are old enough to be able to manage their schedules, and Russell is home in the mornings some of the week. So it works out well. We just have to trust that but we can also see whenever they were absent or not, like through the online tools like Aries. So there's that. Have I reviewed it? Lights, Planner, Action? I did a couple months ago, maybe. It was one of the lives. I looked at the Chrissy Ann Designs one. I don't even know what the hell is going on in the chat. Okay. All right, so I have my weather in. I have this all kind of laid in. So I'm just going to start working my way. What is this? East. Never eat shredded wheat. That's how I remember the directions. I'm going to work my way east on my planner, which is technically, if I'm looking at my planner, but in real life, actually, I think that way is north. The way I'm sitting. Am I right, Jess?
What?
My right, pointing towards the garage, is north. Sorta. Yes? Sorta?
Mostly.
Hi, Loki. He's been very attention.
Loki wants you to know that it's like mostly north, but kind of like north by northwest.
All right. So, where am I at? Okay. I should write in my food so far. By the way.
If I play music in the background while you're streaming, will you get demonetized?
Yes. So don't even fucking think about it. So I have a recipe.
My band's original music.
I don't know.
I own the licensing to that part of it.
Loki, where are you? Are you under me right now? Yeah, he's right here. Hi, Loki. Where you going, kitty? He has been super, like, affectionate and loud. There was a while after we got Lucy where Loki kind of stopped being so loud. I think he was afraid that if he was loud, Lucy would come hunting him and jump on him. But right now, Lucy is kind of, like, he's still skittish to come out in the living room if the kids are here, ever since he lost one of his 9 lives in the recliner. And so Loki, I think, has realized that now he can be super loud in the living room and Lucy might not come chasing him, so... Yeah. Anyway, so I have a excellent recipe to recommend. Some of you have enjoyed. I can't spell cheese. What the fuck, Cindy? How many times have you done cheese at Trader Joe's and you can't spell it now? I think I'm just distracted. So yes, last night I made a soup. Now, you know, you would think that that is not the best thing to do. Gotta have the burps. I'm so sorry. You might think soup is not, you know, the greatest dinner in the world when it's hot. But whatever. I wanted to make it. And it was goddamn delicious. You guys, it was a chicken gnocchi soup. And it's not blended, which was a big step out of my comfort zone for me because I don't like eating.
It had so many chunks.
Yeah, it had so many chunks. But, like, RJ went into, like, a meditative food coma state afterwards. He was so happy. Jesse was like, oh, like, everybody loved it. Like, it was a, like, stellar recipe. It is on my Pinterest board. I don't remember where I pinned it, though. I should check that out. But it's chicken. I'll find the link really quick for those of you who care. But let me see where it is in my Pinterest board because I have soup recipes on there, but I feel like I stuck it in things I want to make. Did I? No. Okay, so I think it might be in soups. Soup recipes. Here we go. This one? Chicken gnocchi soup. Yes, it is. It is in my soups. It's the #1 pin in my soups Pinterest board. And here, I'll drop it here. The link is in the chat. And it is, if you like making soups, it's actually not that hard to make. I made it in my Dutch oven, and it was just goddamn good. Goddamn good. I don't know when the other book's going to be ready to Chira. I have to finish writing it. So there's that. But my schedule is about 2 months farther down the year than it was with the last book. So I would imagine it'll probably be out later, like in the May, June maybe. But it also might be longer than that because of production times being longer because of COVID. So I don't know. But yeah, that soup is the jam. It is the deliciousness is what it is. All right. Monday morning, I need to record my podcast because I did not get to it last week. And then I need to go get blood work done for the transplant center. So I'm going to get it done at my local lab, but they're going to send it to the transplant center. So we'll put here in the morning before I go out. Record a podcast, and then I want to put in I'm going to do it for like an hour and a half because I don't know when the podcast, I don't know when when my lab opens up, and I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait. It's been very weird lately. It's either you walk right in and get your shit done, or it takes 11 billion years to get in and out of there. So rather than assume it's going to be fast, I'm going to assume it's going to take a while. Blood work.
Whoa.
What?
Cat,
Does my fan work now?
come here.
Yeah, I hope it goes nice and quick too. Dude, we had to go to the store today to pick up some things for Kat, and They had, they had a cat hamburger costume that I wanted to buy for Loki so bad, but I knew Loki would never forgive me if I tried to put him into a costume of any sort, let alone a hamburger. All right, blood work. Once the blood work is done, I need to do work. I'm going to have a Patreon post to put up. I need to film a couple of videos, which will be interesting after getting blood drawn. And then I need to work on the book. And then there's also going to be a window later on that day where I need to order my imperfect foods. I have now gotten it, I think, 3 weeks in a row, and I am loving it so far. I only had one problem with it thus far, and that was this week I did not get the mini watermelons I ordered, but I emailed them as soon as I got the box, told them, and they refunded me the money for it, apologized, and said that they would pass it on to their packers to keep a better eye out for things. So that was good. But so far, we have been eating the produce and such, and it has been good for us. So Imperfect Foods window is right there. And then the rest of the day, I just have to get a bunch of work done, including working on the book. So let's see what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is do a work to-do list, I think, because there's a few things I'm going to have to do before I start working on the book in the morning. Work to do. I'm going to put some little check boxes here. Film number 2. I'm going to need to Patreon post, Facebook post, the calendar. All right, so I think what I'm going to do with my highlighter here is I'm just going to add little shadows onto the to-do boxes, and then maybe a little line underneath the to-dos. But you see how, like, I'm trying not to overly do shit? What planner has a full 24-hour schedule? What was it? The old Bullet Planner did. The first one that they did had a 24-hour schedule, I'm pretty sure. You donated a kidney to your sister 7 years ago. That is so awesome. Where can you get tested to see if you can donate your kidney for me? If you want to go get tested, you go to www.ucdonor.org, ucdonor.org, and you need my name, Cynthia Guentert, and my birthday, which is January 31st, 1980. And then it's like a little survey that they give you that kind of weed out people right off the bat before they start the process. All right, so that's these things that need to get done sometime in the earlier of the day. And then later on in the afternoon, I just want to work on the book. And I think I'm going to take this lighter color and maybe up through 4, 5. We'll go through 5 o'clock. We'll do a nice... And I think maybe what I'll do is for the times I'm going to be specifically working on the book, I'm just going to do this situation to make it stand out. Because my book deadline is not this week. My book deadline is actually is the week after. But ideally this week, I finish everything I need to finish, and I can just do touch-ups before I have to send everything in next week. So this is going to be kind of, I think, what all my book times are going to look like. And then in the evening on Monday, I don't think I have anything specific that I was going to do yet. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. And then I think on my to-do list, I got some of this stuff here, but I just need to remember to upload. And then Facebook post, because those are both important. And then content peak. I have to do the thing where I, what's the word? When you have a new debit card and you get it, new debit card, and you have to get it going. Authorize it. No, that's not right. Activate my new debit card. Because I'm going to forget. Can you be a donor if you've had cancer already? I have no idea. Here, I'll write it down. I'll do this quickly. www. I should put this somewhere, but I feel really weird. I don't want you guys to think that I'm like trying to like hook myself out on YouTube for a kidney. You know, I guess maybe I kind of am, but like, don't dox me with this information, by the way. There, that's the information that you need if you want to go find out if you can be a donor, or at least start it. I will post it in the Facebook group. The book is going to be a doodle book for planners, not just a general doodle book. It'll be specifically geared towards like doodles you might want to do in your planner, like laundry baskets or sports balls if you have sports practice, or like grocery bags. Do you know what I mean? Like doodles that are specifically curated for planners is what it's going to be. And it's going to be basically the easiest fuck doodles for people who don't know what they're fucking doing. Yeah. Put a Sprite into a nerd cherry slushie from Sonic and you'll experience true happiness. Oh, that sounds good. I have discovered that I love Sonic Ice. I heard people talk about how great Sonic Ice is, and I'm like, whatever. And then, because we don't have a Sonic in town, but I went by it on my way back from Costco, and I was like, because it's on the way back, and I was like, holy shit. Because it keeps your drink so cold. And if you guys don't know, I'm obsessed with icy cold water. It is apparently something. My sister was the same way when it came to water when she was in the same stage of kidney failure that I am. Her water had to be like frigid for it to be good for her. And now she can drink room temperature water. Like room temperature water doesn't even feel like it's hydrating me. The Facebook group is called Llama's Love Lettering. If I get a kidney from somebody in like the planner YouTube, planner Facebook group, whatever world, I want to write a book about it because I think that's fucking cool. Anyway. All right. So Tuesday, I need to edit a video. I need to plan out some more stuff to film. I'm going to need to do some comments when the video goes live for that day. I need to potentially go to Trader Joe's because Kat wants to make a apple pie for Mabon, the start of the autumn equinox, which is Tuesday or Monday, I think is when it starts, but Tuesday's when Kat wants to do it. So we're going to do an apple pie that afternoon, but I hate making pie crust. So Trader Joe's frozen pie crust. Like, I love to bake. I hate making pie crust with every bone in my body. So the Trader Joe's frozen pie crust is chef's kiss. So we had to go get that. And I didn't want to go to Trader Joe's this week. So there's some other stuff I'll probably get when I'm there, but I'll probably send Kat in to buy it. Does your donor get lifetime patrons, Dad? Yes, Jamie. My donor gets lifetime. Actually, I can't give anything that's money oriented to a donor. You're not allowed to like try and like buy a kidney, but my donor will get, I don't even know how to describe my donor if I get one. But yes, they're gonna make Mabon pie on yeah, Spikes, I saw that you can buy the Sonic ice makers as well. And that's kind of what I want for Christmas, but I don't know. We have no counter space. Our kitchen is tiny. All right, so in the morning, the first thing I'm going to need to do is edit. Edit, exclamation point. I told you guys, exclamation points are my favorite thing to add for needing extra space. And then comments. Right there. And then I need to do some like planning time, which I guess will go right here. We'll just do this. We'll go plan. Because that should be plenty of time to plan. And maybe I'll use that as like a Plan time. Okay, so there we go. Plan. And then... Oh, good luck, Katie. Yeah. The crust, no, baking crust is just, like, I just am not consistent at making pie crust. It's not that I'm bad as much as I'm not good at it. Does that make sense? All right, so do the planning, do the editing, go to the comments, and then I need to both work on the book, and then I have another freelance project I need to work on as well. So I will probably do that first thing in the morning. I am not first thing in the morning, but like, there's certain creative things I can do in the morning that I need to do in the morning, and there's other creative things that I am not quite so fond of doing. So what I'm going to do is do this, and then I'm going to draw an arrow down to 2. Project number 1. That smeared the pen a little. I didn't let it dry fast enough. Oh well. And then this is where Kat and I will probably go to TJ's, because that'll give Kat time to eat lunch and shit. And then I'll work on the book for a little bit here in the afternoon, and then we will make the pie. Book. Exclamation point. Book. Book. First thing in the afternoon. I don't even know, Jessica. Don't make me know what I'm saying right now. And then make pie. Bake. Pie, which probably means that this would be a good day to do the crock pot dinner, because then we can focus on the pie and not focus on cooking. 11:30, that's good. So right here, I'm going to put crock pot, because that would be when I need to set the crock pot for dinner. And so that gives me time to bake pie. And maybe what I'll do here is a few like little woohoo bake pie. All right. I don't even know what's going on. Ooh, Heather says, as someone who graduated with a chemical engineering degree, I can tell you that in general, frozen pie crusts are better because of the very thin, consistent layers of butter and flour. Thank you. You have just validated my experience. Whew.
I'd like to volunteer that the crust which turns into a pie is the best crust, be it homemade or store-bought.
Ooh, you got to... Oh, I'm sorry, Gail. Who is that, Gail Ann? With the hip problem? I am so sorry. That sounds awful. Okay, so number 1 here. So buy pie shit plus sumo fruit. That's the other reason I want to go to the store too, besides like picking up whatever other things. I saw somebody with sumo fruit. RJ loves them, which kind of bugs me because they're usually expensive. But if it gets him to eat enough fruit, then hell yeah. Upload video. And I'll leave the rest of it empty until I get there. Okay, Wednesday. So Wednesday, I need to record and film, do some creation, and work on the book. And that's about it for, like, specific things. What?
I just built something upside down because the instructions weren't clear. That's all. Whoops.
Some people do like hella planners, Dachira. They stress me out, but I know that some people, it actually helps with their stress. So you might want to give it a try. Plus, there is a pre-sale for affiliates on Wednesday for the power sheets. And I haven't decided if I'm going to buy them or not. Part of me says, Cindy, you didn't use yours this year. The other part of me said there's a big reason you didn't use them this year. And you should check them out to see what changes are made. So I haven't decided yet. I probably will, to at the very least, let you guys know what they're like so that you can decide if you want to buy them or not. But that's on Wednesday, so I need to remember to do that. And then the rest of it is just content creation time and then working on the book. So I'm gonna need about an hour for the podcast in time to record it and get it like all dealt with. I'm gonna need about an hour for each video, so about 3-hour blocks. So maybe what I'll do is I will go and then we'll do this one here, and we'll do two different colors to make them beautiful. Buy them to review. Like, that's part of what I'm thinking of doing, is buying them for review, just so that, I mean, I've done that before, and like the way I look at it is that if I can spend the money and if by me spending the money you don't spend the money because you realize you didn't want it, then it was worth it for me. Does that make sense? Like, it feels like the weirdest way to go about it. Like, most people are like, oh, well, if I spent the money and then you decide you want it, then I get an affiliate kickback. There is that. But like, in my mind, the most important thing for me to buy something to review for you guys is in case there is somebody who was gonna buy it and then realized, no, maybe I shouldn't buy it. Like, to me, that is the like peak. Like, that's when I feel the most rewarded, which is the polar opposite of what I should be thinking as somebody who participates in affiliate programs. But that's just the way, that's my contrary ass nature, I guess.
Look at Mom being special snowflake.
Special snowflake. Yeah, the new Moxie Life Planner is also coming out soon, and I'll be taking a look at that one most likely, because I feel like those are the two most directly competitive with each other when it comes to goal planning systems, except for maybe the Inkwell Press goal planning thing, and I have not looked at that since the first time I looked at it, and I don't know if I have the space in my head to do that again, because I film... All right. Your personal money superhero. All right. I feel so hard for you guys with like younger kids. At least with having teenagers. Kat is 16. Well, Kat will be fucking 17 this year, you guys. At the end of the year. Kat's birthday's at the end of December. Kat will be 17. I will be a parent of a 17-year-old. What the fuck? What the fuck, Kat? I'm looking right at you.
And the whole rest of the family will get to witness it too.
Yeah, right? My agedness. Oh, yeah, hopefully. We're hoping. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. And then RJ is 14. So my kids have a certain level of autonomy when it comes to managing their school schedules. Like, I don't have to be as hands-on as I would be if they were in like second grade. So I feel hard for you guys with little guys right now. All right, and then the rest of, so what was I saying? These things, and then the book. Book. Bookity book. And I'm going to leave a little bit of space, like buffer room, in case this goes over, but I'm going to probably block in, what I'll probably need to do is give myself 2-hour time frames to work on the book, because I will tell you right now, if I go for a full-blown, like 5-hour stretch, that ain't going to happen, you guys. I will lose my shit if I have to work on it for that long. Both because I will be like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but also because my hand will fall off, because all of the artwork that's in my books, both the lettering book and this doodle book, are all drawn by me, which means I need a little breaky break for my hand. Take my hand. Have you seen Scary Movie 2 with Chris Elliott with the weird hand, and he uses it to like stir the mashed potatoes? Jesse and I love that scene. We will often, when one of us needs help getting out of bed, the other one will be like, take my hand, for that guy. You're trying to get pregnant? Good luck. I wish I could rub all of my baby making energy on you because holy shit, you sneeze on me and I get pregnant. And I don't want to be pregnant. That's why I have like ironclad birth control right now.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty. Just be forewarned that your mother is, and my mother, come from a long line. Grandma Clara had 4 kids. Come from a long line of fertile myrtles.
Is that how you, like, accidentally conceived me?
Yeah. And your brother. Your brother. With both of you guys, I found out I was pregnant with you right after a day of getting, like, drunk as fuck. Yeah. I felt so guilty in both of my pregnancies with you guys about how I had gotten so fucking drunk right before I found out I was pregnant with you. But then it also made sense because in, like, normal times, that much alcohol would not have gotten me that drunk. But when I was pregnant, it did. Lots of exclamation points. Book! Like Flash Gordon. Flash! Ah! Whoa, what's going on? Oh, I'm so sorry, Dechir. That sucks, man. Yeah, no, that's one of those things that's like I feel so much empathy for people who have struggled with infertility. That is not something I have ever had to deal with. But like in that case, that's one of those times when I feel empathy for something I can't actually like identify with. All right, so working on the book, and then I'm just leaving a break for whatever I decide to do. And then Wednesday night, who fucking knows what we're doing? Kat, do you have anything going on in the evening this week? Kat?
I'm thinking. I'm looking.
You're checking your schedule? Thank you. All right. Keep going. Okay, just checking. Because, like, I'm mostly scheduling my work days out here. It's funny, like, if it wasn't COVID, my nights would be full of, like, taking RJ to marching band practice or Kat having rehearsal because we're coming up into the time when you might be having something going on for one of your choirs, you know, or meetings at church. Like, there would be so many other things in the evening, but because there's not, it's like...
It's fucking the height of marching season.
It is the height. It would be the height of marching season right now. Our lives would be marching band.
No, October is the fucking worst for marching season.
Yeah. So, like, it's almost like I'm so sad that RJ is not getting the fun of his first marching band season. But, like, at the same time, I'm sort of grateful that I'm not having to chauffeur and then worry about him going to Applebee's with all the marching band people at night and then all of that shit. So, fucking, it's just a lot of thoughts, man.
I mean, there was one time we didn't go to Applebee's. We just went to Rayleigh's and got sushi and then sat in Allison's truck. But
all right. So Thursday, I need to get some work done. I need to get my Patreon downloads done for the next month so that they're ready to go. And the reason I'm scheduling that on Thursday is because, like, you know, I'm doing a bunch of recording this day. And then on this day I have editing and a freelance, like this specific freelance project to do. And then this day I have a bunch of work stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like to pile, because I'm trying to work on the book. I need to make sure that any creative shit I'm doing that's non-book related can be done in like the morning time before I spend the rest of the day working on the book. I could just work the whole day on the book, but like I already said, it makes my hand fall off. So that only happens, and it'll probably happen on like Friday once I realize I still have more to do and my deadline's next week. But I'm trying to be more responsible with my tendonitis this week. All right, so Thursday, I want to get those Patreon downloads finished. Then I have comments because there'll be a video going up at 10 a.m.-ish. It might go a little, I'm going to need to edit again, too. Fuck my life. I guess that's what I'm going to be doing on this break period, is right here. I'll be doing some editing. This is why we plan, so that we know when shit needs to get done. Okay, so comments, and then, so in Wild University, Siobhan has a power hour at 12, and I just want to put that on here so I can kind of listen to it while I work on other stuff. And I really enjoy Siobhan, so I would like to listen to that. And then I need to meal plan that evening. I'm going to get my delivery from Imperfect Food, so I'm going to need to spend time in the evening prepping produce, which will probably take me a good hour and a half. Probably not as long. It's going to be less. That's why I've been enjoying the Imperfect Produce thing, is because I can change what I'm getting based on when, like, each week, because, like, we don't have the kids this coming up week. Like, this week that we're in, I have the kids, but after Friday, I don't have the kids for a week. So having the ability to say, nope, I don't need as much food because I'm not going to have the garbage disposal that is RJ Guentert living in my house this week. Am I right, Kat? Garbage. Prep produce. Right there. That does sound like a shitty trade-off, Jane. Yeah, Roxanne, I can imagine. Make a video of me prepping the produce. That's funny you should say that. So let me tell you guys, I've already talked to my patrons about this a little bit. Let me tell you guys what I'm thinking about doing for October. Kat's going to hear this and be like, Mom. I'm losing my shit right now. What am I doing? I'm going to leave the morning open, I think, to see what I need to get done. Basically, I'll leave this morning open in terms of what doesn't get done in the rest of the week. So I'll fill this in as it gets closer. But then after this time right here is going to be book time. Actually, I probably will work on it for 3 hours because I'll do it during this Wild You, because I can work on it while I'm watching it. The nice part about working on the art part of the book, which is what I'll be likely doing that part time, is that I'm drawing, but I don't have to think so much. The writing stuff, I will try and just do art stuff so that I can work on it while I'm listening to Siobhan. All right. Vlogs coming. Yeah, Jessica. So what I am thinking about doing so I'm going to leave the rest of this day blank because I don't want to overfill Thursday knowing that I have all this other shit I'm working on that needs to get done. There is a freelance project I will likely be wrapping up that day, but I don't want to schedule it until I have an idea of where I'm at. All right, Friday. So what I'm thinking about doing for October is kind of like Vlogtober, but sort of not all vlogs. So what I'm thinking about, Midgen, the big reason I'm able to get stuff done in the morning is because that's when I'm the most creative. So as long as I can get myself moving and I dump enough caffeine on it, which is probably not the best for my kidneys, but that's sort of how I get going, then I can get work done in the morning. But by the time I hit right about here, I'll make dinner. I'll eat a little bit of the dinner I make because, by the way, that noise in the background is the litter robot, the space shitter, best purchase of 2019. It was my Christmas present. As soon as I make dinner, I eat a little bit. I don't eat very much because I can't fit very much in my stomach. And then I'm usually taking a shower and in bed watching TV or farting around on my phone, talking to my kids. But like ask Kat, I'm usually either in bed or in the recliner after dinner time. Like I'm not moving anymore. Yeah. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I come pester you a lot.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking about doing is kind of a combination of like vlogging, but also regular videos. Like, for example, I have all those highlighters, so I'm going to be doing some highlighter reviews throughout the month of October. And I've got some planners to take a look at. And I will be doing the same plan with me. So they'll continue on Sundays throughout October. But that I will also be doing some vlogs so you can kind of see what our life is, especially if the kids wind up going back to school for part of it in October. And somewhere in there, like I've got my new meal, the way I'm meal planning, which is working out really well for us. I'm going to do a video on that. I will probably do some videos on some of the recipes we're trying. Like I'm going to be kind of just playing around with some fun stuff to kind of have fun myself. Like I want to do it because I'm interested in trying, and like I like vlogging. I think it's fun, but I also like doing other stuff. So that's what I'm thinking. So be a video every day in October is the goal. But I'm also going to be upfront with the fact that that may not continue, that like I might say that, but it may not happen depending on how I'm feeling. So that's why I want to kind of try and do vlogs, but also have some pre-recorded stuff. So we'll see how that goes. That's the goal. So Friday, the kids are going to go back to their dad's house. I have not seen anything in the chat though. I think hold on. Hold please. Am I still streaming? Yes. Okay, good. There's the chat. I think it just was quiet for a minute, but that spooked me out. I was like, whoops. Did I lose them? Yeah. So the biggest goal, and my patrons were very clear with me. They were like, don't overdo it, Cindy. You know, I always overdo it. But, yeah. So I will be doing my best to not overdo it. But I would really like to do that. Friday, I'm going to post a calendar for my patrons for the first time in like months. I'm not doing a patron live this week besides the hangout though. So for patrons who haven't, I'll have the post up on Monday, but I'm with the need to finish the book. I don't want to schedule a live. I'd rather just spend all my extra time on the book this week. They understand though. They're awesome. Kids are going to go back to Russell. I need to place my grocery order first thing in the morning. Get my grocery delivery. Because that's better than going in. And then I want to do a date night with, I almost said Russell. That would have been embarrassing. That's my ex-husband. I need to do a date night. Did you hear that, Cat?
What?
Good. Cat didn't hear it. Date night with Jesse.
Oh shit, I just realized what you said.
I didn't say it. I almost said it. And I was like, oh, balls. That's not a good thing to say. And I would put it all the way up here, but it's probably going to be more like dinner and watching a movie on Netflix.
Watching a horror movie you can't watch while I'm around.
Pretty much. We have the new Babysitter movie to watch. So it might be that. We've been like waiting to watch that. Date night. I enjoyed that too, Amy. I don't know if I would have the energy for that right now. Mikey, I am so sorry. Dude, that is an entire rant that I might go on at some point. Like, no fucking lie. So I'm going to work on the book. I'm going to start it here. Do this book, and then kids will probably be picked up around here, so we'll say I'll do another round of the book right here, and I'm going to leave the rest of it blank to fill in based on, again, what all gets done. Like if I still have that other freelance project to wrap up. I also have some invoices at some point this week I'm going to have to prepare, which I fucking hate that so much. I hate book. But I'm going to leave the rest of it blank on Friday based on what needs to get done. That is such, Mikey, that's a specific rant that I have so many feelings about. So many feelings about. This is not the best pen for highlighters. It takes forever to dry long enough so it doesn't smear, but whatever, I don't care. I have... Right? Like, as somebody with chronic pain, somebody who is on a certain number of painkillers, I take tramadol. I have enough tramadol to take one per day for 28 days before I have to get another refill of it. And I don't always take it, but most times I do take it now. And it doesn't stop my pain. It just takes the very, very edge off of my pain. And I am too scared and embarrassed to ask my doctor to up it. Like, I worry about being seen as a junkie. I worry about the fact that I have to take a drug test every 6 months to be able to get painkillers for my gigantic kidneys that are pressing on every part of my body. Like, I have physical, like, I am in pain all the time. I can't take ibuprofen, and I can't take a lot of aspirin or Tylenol. And so I'm basically just in pain most of the time. And because of the way that painkillers have been marketed to doctors in the past, the way that shit got out of control, and now they're trying to put it back into control, but in ways that impact the chronic pain community, I'm so angry about the way that painkillers are treated, both mistreated and for people who need them. It's such a fucking, it's so stupid. It's a pile of shittiness. And the people who are impacted super hard that never get talked about are the people who are actually in chronic pain and need them to be able to even get out of bed. Right? And sorry. I'm just kidding. It's one of my angers. It's one of my angers. Yeah, Ashley, invoicing stresses me out so bad. Like, and I also understand that there has been a lot of abuse of painkillers and overprescription of painkillers. And I get that. Believe me, I get that. I feel like the world of pain management and the world of painkiller addiction are super overlapped and in weird ways. And it's really difficult to separate them when it needs to be separated. Do you know what I mean? And I have a great doctor. It's not like my doctor is scary or sucks, but I put a lot of that shit on myself that I worry about, you know? Like, I don't blame my doctor or the healthcare system. Like, my Kaiser, I don't blame Kaiser for the things that they have to do to try and stay, you know, up to date with the law. Like, I don't blame them. But it also is, it's like, on top of being in pain all the time, it sucks so much ass to then have to deal with navigating ways to maybe relieve that pain a little bit. Does that make sense? Like, that's really what it comes to for me. Same, Mary. Same. Not because I have fun with it, but because it helps me sleep. And sometimes sleep is the only way that I can get pain relief, and I'm not sleeping very well right now. So, same. Oh my God, my nose is running. And that's the thing, Jessica. Like, it's not so simple as these people need it and these people are getting over. There's so many. We got to this situation, and now trying to get out of it, somebody's going to get fucked, right? All right, so Saturday, my usual Saturday activity of wash my sheets and doing laundry. So this past week, laundry worked out really well because Jesse had to go into the office one day because they were bringing on a new team member. And so I did a bunch of laundry that day. But during the week, it's basically difficult to do laundry. And so I've been kind of trying to do it in the evenings once he's like stopped working because he's out in the garage. But it's also just become like Saturdays have become full-blown laundry kind of days. And then on Saturday, the other thing I want to make sure we get done is we have some stuff to put up on the walls. There's a rack, like a coat rack, like, you know, hooks that I want up in our like little hallway. It's not really an entryway. It's kind of, you enter the house. We don't have like a foyer. We don't have a mudroom. We have some tile on the floor and then laminate, and you're either in the kitchen or the living room. Our house is fucking tiny. But I want to get this hook on these hooks on the walls over the tiles so that when it does eventually rain, hopefully in California, we can hang our coats there so that they drip onto the tile instead of dripping onto the laminate, or worse, in the kids' bedrooms on the carpet, because that's what usually happens. So I want to get that up on the wall. And I have a couple of pieces of artwork that I want to get up on the wall. They're not my artwork. They're somebody else's artwork. They're framed. I just need to hang them up. And I also have a Hadestown poster. And a Dear Evan Hansen poster that I've been meaning to like frame for like a fucking 2 years now. And I'm finally going to get that done too. So.
You mean the one on my floor or another one that we haven't done?
The one on your floor. You know, I don't need your shit. I don't need your 16-year-old shit. Okay.
No, I wasn't trying to give you shit. I was just wondering if there was a second one that you got for yourself that we didn't hang up yet.
Yeah. All right, so wall stuff and then cleaning up the backyard if possible. Just getting basically like all of our furniture has like ash on it from all the smoke in the air, and it's been so gross out there that we haven't gone out to clean up, but it's starting to get a little better, so it seems like a good time to go out there and like, you know, beat all the pillows clean and etc. So Saturday, I'm not going to super schedule it. I'm going to have like a morning time block for like housework of some sort. But then I want to leave the rest of it blank because if I have to keep working on Saturday to continue working on the book, I need to leave it open for that. So it's either going to be housework and then working on the book, or housework and then probably playing video games. Thanks for the heads up, Ashley, about the frame sale at Michael's. I'm pretty sure I'm good, but in case I need them, that is a good to know thing. I love getting the frames from Michael's when they're on sale. I'm going to just put this all the way down here because that's how all my fuckery flowers that are in the kitchen are all framed, because they're cute and they are, if you get them on sale, especially if you can do on sale and a coupon, you get them for super cheap. So all right, and then Sunday we're going to I need to schedule Zoom and plan with me. And so I'm going to have a patron hangout as per usual. And then a live plan with me. And that will be using the stuff from the videos this week, which, spoiler alert, will be a little bit more advanced things to wrap up. How have you guys been enjoying Pen Only September, by the way? I am enjoying doing this highlighter situation. I really like it. It's super, like, you know, as much as I love using stickers, there is something really meditative about just using like pens, you know?
Instead of getting rid of the dolls, I'm gonna mail them all in a box to Jasmine so she can make toys.
Nice. Come look at this though. Look how cool this is looking, Kat, with just highlighters and a pen.
Give me a second.
Like, it's very meditative for me to do this. Patron hangout live plan with me. Did I have? Oh, and I do want to do floors in the morning. Like vacuum and mop.
So weird.
Yeah, I know. Floors. And I'll let that dry for a hot minute before. But like, look how like this is looking. Isn't that cool? So this was this week with the highlighters only. And then this was last week with colorful pens. And then this was just pen only, but with no fancy writing or no doodles. I haven't used any fancy handwriting or doodles at all in any of these.
Are we not counting cursive?
Cursive doesn't count. But I'm not doing like fancy, like extra cursive or anything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's going to be next week. But yeah, pretty cool, huh? So, anyway. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end it, you guys, because it's pretty much done. And I've rambled quite a bit. And I'm not adding more to it yet because my brain is like full of book this week, if you cannot tell. Like, that's basically what I'm working on. And some of what's going to be on like these lists this week is going to be specific book stuff. And I'm not going to show you that. You have to buy the book to see that. No spoilers. You know?
Go give us money.
Yeah. So I hope that this inspires you to use some highlighters and a pen and just make it makes the week kind of colorful. This was doing it with like a specific, like very monochromatic color spread. But if I had done it with like a pink and a purple and a blue, it would have been a lot more extra. But I like these kinds of colors. So this makes me happy. Do you think I'll use this Budget Mom Planner for 2021? I am not sure yet. You know? I am not sure. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great week. Make sure to subscribe, like this video on your way out. I hope you take care of yourselves and the people around you. Wear a mask, wash your hands. We love you a lot over here in this house. And until next time, dudes, peace out.